live energy readings. Exciting. It's always exciting. See what the messages say. See what guidance and advice is given. I use a standard deck. Well, I use a mixture of different things, but I use 2 sets of standard decks of cards for my readings. I love numbers. So if you look, this is a 7, but it's got 7 spades in the middle, but it's got 2 extras. So this would be 7, 8, 9. It could be classed as a 7, or I could see it as a 9, or it could be 7 with 9 as an extra message. And this, as you can see, is 5. But isn't that interesting? We've got 9, 9 already. Ooh, opportunity. Ooh, financial opportunity. What was this? Spirit message, wasn't it? Yeah. Oh, I'm liking this already. So we've got 5 in the middle, 6, 7, 8, 9. So this has 9 on it as well. Although it's a 5. So although it's a 5, it can give me a message as a 5. It can give me a message as a 9, or it can give me a message as a 5 and 9. I also use my calabash full of messages. These are full of names, songs, quotes, and energy animals. And then we have the energy animals. The ones that are in the calabash are not here. We have 19 here. And then in the calabash is all the others. There's close to 100, I think. I've got over 100 animals. So these are what I use as a standard. But I am someone that generally just sees things. I see things. I can look at the kitchen cupboard in front of me. It's made of wood, and the pattern of the wood speaks to me. Or it could be anything, literally, that speaks. Anything. The other day, some scissors spoke. It could be anything. It could be the pattern on the marble that speaks. It doesn't really matter. It could be the bush outside, or a tree outside, or a flower. Everything speaks to us, and I receive messages in all ways. And I'm open to receiving messages in all ways. It might be that I feel something. So I do have these as my standard for readings. Hello! I do have these as my standard for readings, but the reading can go anywhere. It can go anywhere, and it can be anything that is giving me a message to pass on to you. So I am here to do energy readings. If you would like one, just comment and let me know so I can come to you. Ooh, a message flew out. Let's see what it says. I'm just folding them to make sure that they're folded nicely. And this one come flying out. So I'm going to check it out. Because I'm nosy like that. It's like if you flew out, you really wanted to be noticed. You definitely wanted to be noticed. And how can I ignore you? How can I ignore you? So let's see what it says. Guppy rainbow fish. There has to be more. There has to be more. Nice one. I am here to do energy readings. If you would like a reading, please comment so that I can come to you. Let me know where you're from. That will be nice. Know where I am in the world traveling to today. I am in Spain. I am from the UK, but I live in sunny Spain. It's a rainy day today, but it's sunny Spain. Where are you guys at? Where are you? Where are you in the world? Would you like a reading? If you would, then let me know so I can come to you and we can sort out a reading. The readings that I do also, this came to me while I was having a shower today. The readings that I do are about resistance. That's what they are. They're showing your resistance towards the things that you're manifesting. So the reason you're not manifesting the things that you're asking for are because there's a resistance within you. So what the messages that I have, or that come through me, I should say, because I don't have them, they're not stored anywhere, but the messages that come through me are about your resistance, where this resistance is coming from, why you're experiencing this resistance, and then offering the tools, ideas, guidance to be able to come out of the resistance so that you can receive the manifestations that are coming for you. Because the only thing that stops the manifestations that you are creating in your world is you. Your energy is not in the frequency to be able to receive the manifestations that you're looking for. So how do we get into that energy? What is stopping you from getting to that energy? Where is the resistance for yourself? So that's what I focus on, because for me, everything is about you. It has nothing to do with anybody else. How does this one feel? How does that one feel? That just takes you away from self. It takes you away from dealing with your own energy, dealing with your own frequency, which means that you're then pulled away from the frequency that's going to bring you the manifestations. And I want you to have them. I want you to have all the manifestations that you've set out. As long as they're serving you and everybody else, then it's all good, no? It's all good. But we can't get to them if we are in resistance. So as much as we may want to avoid our resistances, or why we're not doing something, why we're not putting energy into something, it's always a good idea to know yourself enough to be able to overcome that self, overcome the fear, overcome the mindset, the emotion around whatever it is that you're experiencing. I am here to do some free readings. If you would like one, comment. Hello, hello, hello. Where are you at? Where are you from? I am in Spain. I'm from the UK, living in Spain. Where are you? Would you like a reading? Because I am here. Take the opportunity while it's a knocking. That's what the thing that dropped out. No, it was no, it wasn't that. What was it? It was these. I was showing why I use 2 standard deck of cards, and this comes up as 9. There's 7 in the middle, there's 8, and there's 9. And this also came up as 9. There's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So it was like 99. So there's lots of 9s around, and 9s are about opportunities. When opportunities are in front of us, we can either take them or we can hide in fear. Opportunities here, knocking. I'm knocking. If you're interested, you can open the door. Let me know that you're interested and I can come to you. Nights, that's fine. No pressure. No pressure. No pressure at all. But if you would like a reading, I am here. Shivi. Cool. Hello, Shivi. How are you? Where are you from? Or where you at? I'll come to you, Shivi. 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 Your name is Nitu. Okay. Nitu. So you want me to call you Nitu? I'll call you Nitu. 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 Let's move these things out of the way so I'll give myself a bit of space. Nitu. 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 May this reading be for the highest good of Nitu. Nitu. May you receive the information you need and may you be open to receiving it. Nitu. Nitu, I'm seeing something for you. I'm seeing, it's an octopus that I'm seeing. Octopuses for me are super intelligent. They are intellect itself, really. I only speak English, Nitu. Well, I speak a bit of Spanish. I get by, but I speak English. So if you understand English, great, I'll continue. But if you don't, then I only know English. I only speak English, Nitu. I only speak English. I can only do a reading in English at this moment. At this moment, because I mean, hey, you never know. You never know what the universe is bringing into our lives. I get by in Spanish. I'd find it very difficult to do a reading in Spanish, though, because there's a lot of words I just wouldn't know how to say. So is there any, Nitu, if you're not going to understand the message, then I don't see the point of doing the message. If you're not able to understand a word that I'm saying for the message, it doesn't make sense to me. Do you have someone that can help you with the message, that is able to translate it for you so I can do it, and then you can watch it later with somebody and they could help you to translate the message? Do you have that availability? Is that something that you'd be able to do? I am here to do live energy readings. If you would like a reading, please feel free to comment and I will come to you. I was going to do Nitu, but I don't think Nitu understands English and I'm not able to do a reading in any other language at this moment. Yet. Let me add yet. I like yet. Yet is great for everything. All right. I think that you're saying please do it. So I'll do it for you, and hopefully you have somebody that can help you to be able to translate the message for you. I will do my best to remember to speak slowly. I will do my best because generally I speak quite fast, but I will work on speaking slowly for you. So something I'm seeing, Nitu, is an octopus. An octopus for me represents intelligence. It's somebody that's extremely intelligent. But the octopus has got like a blindfold over its eyes, and it's making me feel like this octopus doesn't know how amazing it is. It's like it's not seeing itself. It has all this depth to it. It has all of this intelligence, adaptability, versatility. It's like a super special thing, but it can't see that about itself. So I feel like you have some issues around your own abilities, whether you're able to do something or not, whether you're intelligent enough or not. It feels like you don't give yourself enough credit, because it does feel like you're extremely intelligent. Seeing an octopus, octopuses are just phenomenal. So, ooh, nice. We have the 4 of clubs. This is also an 8. There are 8 clubs on the card. 4 there. So, the 4 of clubs is a message around personal growth with the clubs. And 4 is a message of ready, steady, go, go, go. It's that you have been going through some changes inside your mind, your emotions. You're going through changes. And as you're going through these changes, you decided to do something different to what you had done before, because this is personal growth. So it will be something different it will be an action that you've taken that's different to what you've known. Maybe that's why, sorry, I'm seeing the octopus again. So this will be an action that that is different to what you have done before. It's different to what you know. So with the 4, what happens is there's a lot of doubts that come up. Is you've taken an action towards bettering yourself, but now you have doubts. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. Maybe I was a bit too rash. Maybe. It's like a whole load of doubts about you making that decision. But you made the decision. You made the decision with your intelligence, with this consciousness, with this part of you that is very confident about what it's moving towards. But the 4 in low vibration is that you're fearful of you not achieving what you set out to do. The reason I went back to the octopus was because, like I said, the octopus for me is about intellect. And then the fact that it's got its blindfold on is kind of like, I don't want to see what happens. I don't want to see if it works. I don't want to see, I'm too scared. I'm too scared to know if this is going to work. If this is not going to, I'm too scared. I don't want to know. I don't want to know. It's like hiding yourself. But like I said, this is also the 8. The 8 is the manifestation. You get to hold this in your hand. So whatever this action was that you took, that you have been fearful of, that it wasn't the right decision, the 8 is telling you that it's yours already. You have manifested this thing, and it's for you to kind of get out of your own way, take that blindfold off, allow the signs and synchronicities on your journey to show you that you're moving in the right direction, because you will see things along your path that are showing you that you're moving on the right path, that you're moving in the right direction. You're moving towards the manifestation. We have the 6 of Spades. The 6 of Spades, without getting in your own way, Nitu, no? You would be a very good manifester, because this is clubs. You would be an extremely good manifester, actually, without getting in your way. But being here and me reading for you, I read all about resistance. So it is you getting in your way. These doubts of whether you've made the right decision are getting in the way. The 6 is a message of planting seeds. This is coming from Spirit, this message. And planting seeds is about how you nurture the seeds that you're planting. So you're manifesting something. You're putting energy into the something. But with this 4, the energy that you're putting in is, I'm not seeing the evidence of my manifestation. I don't know the manifestation is coming to me. Is it going to come? How is it going to come? When is it going to come? It's a lot of worry and doubt around it. The 6 is a message of nurturing what you've planted, nurturing the action you took, nurturing what it is that you're manifesting. So let's say this was you letting go of something, because it is a personal growth manifestation. So say you wanted to let go of something that's been holding you back and you haven't been able to. But this is like you wouldn't have been able to because you're putting energy into what's not working. So why am I not good enough? Why hasn't this worked for me? Why can't I do this? Why aren't I seeing anything? Why is it not working? Why? It's like going round and round and round in your own mind of why you're just not doing the right thing to make this thing happen, rather than the energy at which you're in is what is creating this to not happen. Not that you're not good enough, not that you move too quickly, not that it's not yours already, but simply that you're not in the energy to receive it. The 6 I always think of a stick. So let's say, like I said, you're developing your personal growth, you're developing yourself. But if you're only ever seeing yourself through negative and what you haven't done yet, then you're working from the negative end of the stick. If you're working from, I'm doing an amazing job and well done me and I'm a great manifester And I'm doing such a good job, and pat on the back for me, because I'm doing such an amazing job, and I'm going to keep persevering, and I'm going to keep pushing, because I know this is the best thing for me. I know I'm doing the right thing. I know I've got this. They're the same stick, but they're different ends of the stick. When we work from the negative end of the stick, what we're attracted is the negative energy that comes back to us. You're sending out the energy in a negative way. It's coming back to you in a negative way, although it's the same stick. If you, around this same thing, if you converted your energy to a higher vibration, a high frequency, which means that you're then on this end of the stick, you would receive it from the positive end of the stick. But if you're only looking at it from the negative end of the stick, you'll only receive from the negative end of the stick. Oh, thank you, Ford. Right, so on top of that, Nitu, this is also a 10. There are 10 spades on the card. The 10 for me is a little bit similar to the 4. The 4 is you have a lot of doubts around what you're doing. The 10 is a message of, it's like you have a lot of desire. You want to move towards something, but there's a lot of, but what if this happens? And what if that happens? And what if it doesn't work? And what if I fail? And what if I'm not good enough? And what if people don't like me? And what if da 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 da? And what if? And what if? It's a very similar energy to the 4, because it's consumed with doubt and fear. Well, the 4 is consumed with doubt. The 10 is consumed with fear of failure, fear of rejection. So this is like, and together they're a 10 as well. So the 10 is really standing out, is highlighted within this reading, that is something for you to work on. Your fear around what you're able to go towards. You work from, like I said with the 6, this stick, you have a tendency to work from this place of it's not working, a lackful place. A lackful place. I've just been shown the middle. Balance 4 and 6, in between is the 5, and we've got 2 10s here as well. It's just, yeah, it's like showing me 5 really strongly. 5 is what will help you. 5 is the balance between this. 5 is where you bring yourself to gratitude, to lack. You've taken the action, yes. Feel grateful that you've got the strength to take the action, that you're brave enough to take the action, that you've got the determination and the commitment to self to take that action, rather than the fear of, but what happens if it doesn't work? What happens if I'm not good enough? Work from that place of nurturing self rather than stifling self. That's your message, Nitu. Hope that makes sense to you. It's a very strong message as well. Very, very strong. It's like trust your instincts as well, because with the octopus that I was saying at the beginning with the blindfold, an octopus doesn't actually, I know it has eyes, but it doesn't actually need its eyes. It's got 8 tentacles that it can like feel everything. It moves itself around in all kind of ways, and it can feel itself around. So it's like a little message of using your intuition, trusting your intuition to guide you, and not your fear state to guide you. You're a very spiritual person. Nice. Nice. Ford from the UK. Nice one. Where in the UK are you from? Where are you from in the UK? Let's see if I know it. Let's check my geography out today. All right, so if you would like a reading, please feel free to comment so that I can come to you. And I can give you a free reading. The readings, like I said, that I focus on are all around your resistance. Most of us don't want to know about our resistance because we're resistant. When you're in resistance, you're resistant. But resistance is the only thing that stops us from achieving. It's the only thing that stops us from reaching our dreams, from reaching our potential, from receiving the manifestations that we've sent out. It's all about resistance. And that's exactly what I have been taught within the way I read about resistance. That's what I'm being shown by the universe. So whoever I can help, I'm here to help. Use me. Use me. Use me, but don't abuse me. Let's drink some water. Bye, Nitu. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask as well. I like questions. I don't always answer your questions, honestly, because some of the questions are not questions that I answer that you would appreciate the answer, but maybe it's the answer that you need to hear. Maybe it's the answer you're meant to hear, because I deal with you, your energy, not with anybody else, not with how somebody else is making you feel. Somebody else is not making you feel anything. What you feel is what you feel because of what you feel, because of your emotions towards that thing, because of your thoughts around that thing. So I'm here for you, not for you to uncover and unveil somebody else, because that is their job to do. Your job is to work on self. So again, I'm here to do some readings, guys. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Right, I'll do a collective one otherwise. But please feel free to ask questions, feel free to comment. And I will do my best to answer questions as well. I mean, your questions, I love questions, because questions allow me to kind of form deeper understandings of myself as well, because through your questions it's like, but what do I really think about this? How do I really think about this? Yeah, and it leads to amazing discoveries of self. You're welcome, Nitu. You're very welcome. You're very welcome. So, how can I help you? I've got Ricky Jarvis teeth. I've got Ricky Jarvis teeth. I've got Ricky Jarvis teeth. I know Ricky Jarvis, but I don't know about his teeth. But, okay. What an observation. The complete art form. Would you like a reading? The complete art form. You've commented. I am here to do some readings. Please feel free to comment. Don't be scared. It will be a beautiful reading. You'll get a lot of amazing information that will help you. I am from the UK. I live in Spain, but I'm from the UK, from a place called Hackney, in London, if you can't hear. I'm assuming that Ricky Gervais has got great teeth. Great teeth. Is it? Ding. Do you tell future? East London. I'm from East London. Do you tell future? I think that from knowing what your resistance is, it helps to be able to know what future looks like for you. But at any time, I find future readings really interesting. And the reason I find them really interesting... Hey, Gregory. Thank you for the do. Yeah, I find future readings interesting. And one of the reasons I find them interesting is because what we're bringing into our future depends on the energy at which we're vibrating at. So which frequency we're in. So if we're in a high frequency, then what you're bringing into your future will feel really good. But if you're in low frequency, then what you're bringing into your future won't. So it depends on, no one can tell you your future. Your future will be based on the energy at which you're in. So it's about you knowing your energy to be knowing what your future is bringing towards you. Someone can predict some, I mean, I could, yeah. It's an interesting one, because without you being in the energy, you will not receive that future that someone's told you you're receiving. It's about you being in the right frequency. But I can read some cards for you and give an idea of where your frequency is and how to help that frequency to make it a frequency that will bring you amazing things in your future. And I can tell you what your future would like if you don't do the work. So I can do that for you. Would you'd like that? Fly high? Let's see. I'm not generally a typical reader. I do have why does someone want to mess with you? Why does someone want to mess with you? Mess with me? I don't know why someone wants to mess with me. People just have their own little things going on, eh? Their own little things going on in their life. The two of you. All right, so fly high. I'm with you. I am with you. Fly high. You want to know about your future. Fly high. Let's see which energy you're in. Fly high. May this reading be for the highest good. Fly high. Whoa. May you receive the information you need, and may be open to receiving it. Fly high. Fly high. I looked up and I saw my clock, and my clock is 13:33. 13:33. And it gave a message all by itself. These are not coming out. It gave a message all by itself, which was, you are experiencing a change. And the change that you're experiencing is that there's this veil coming off you. The 3 for me is all about you being like a genius, you being somebody that has a lot of creativity. I do see this 3 as a genius though. It's like somebody that is so creative and so different, although we're all different and we're all unique unto ourselves, but you're somebody that's willing to be that regardless of what other people kind of think of that, or you're moving into that place because of all the 3s. There's 3 3s. So it's like 3, a 6, and a 9. So the first 3 is that you, like I said, you're a creative person. You have a uniqueness about you that you are willing to allow the world to see to a certain degree. You don't necessarily fit into groups, and sometimes it might feel like, well, why don't I fit in? And I just want to fit in, and it's so hard to fit in. But it's because you're not a fitter-inner. That's why. You're not meant to fit into a box. You don't belong in a box. You will never belong in a box. You'll always have something coming out of the box when someone tries to put you in the box, because that's not where you belong. So that's the 3, you being authentic to self, you knowing yourself, you knowing your creativity, and you allowing that out of yourself. 3 and 3, the 6, is about you working from a place of, from the positive end of the stick. I think of a 6 as a stick. There's either nurturing what you're growing. The message for the 6 is planting seeds. So you're either nurturing what you're growing, or you're not. So it will either grow or it doesn't. So if you're on the free, for example, and you are worried about how people think about, let's say you've created something and you want to put this something into the world, but you're worried about how people will receive what you have to offer, then that would be like you being authentic to self with the first three. But with the 6, it would be, yeah, but what if people don't like me? What if it's not good enough? What if I can't connect to people? What if they don't understand it? What if? Or you could go with, oh, this is going to help so many people. This is going to be amazing. It's just going to be like, it's a genius thing. So many people are going to benefit from this thing. And I know that it's filled with love and passion, and it has everything it needs to help people. That would be working from the nurturing self, nurturing this idea that you have that's come out of you rather than stifling it. And then we've got the 9. So we've got the 3, the 6, and then the 9. The 9 is a message of emotional, it's a message of come on in out of the rain. Come on in out of the rain is the message. And the message tells me that you're somebody that has been hurt many times before in your relationships with yourself, a partner, family, friends, colleagues. So what it tells me is that you've had people that have lied to you, let you down, been dishonest, cheated, however they've hurt you. But you've had people that haven't treated you very well, and it is quite a lot of people that you've had. And what this brings to us is it brings a very independent person. So you became a very independent person, which probably helped you with the 3, with the being able to be creative without necessarily worrying so much about what other people think about you. But although you became very independent, you're very likely to have left home early as well with the 9. Although you became very independent, with the 9, what happens is there's this withdrawal that happens. It's like there's you and then there's everybody else. And you like to keep yourself to yourself because the fear of somebody coming into your life or anybody being in your life already and hurting you again. So there's like this armor around you of protection that stops you from getting hurt. But at the same time as this armor around you that stops you from getting hurt, it also stops you from being able to receive the love that people really have for you and being able to receive people that will just find you absolutely amazing as you are because they can't get through this armor. Within a relationship, this is like a tug of war relationship. It's like you really want to be loved and want someone to love. But anytime an insecurity or a fear of being hurt comes up, you'll push them away and you won't want them to be around. And then you want them again because you want to be loved, but then you're scared of being hurt. So it's kind of like a tug of war. So how does your future look to me? Your future looks, I'm right at some places. Your future looks, if you walk in high vibration of the 3, the 6, the 9, which is you being creative, allowing the universe to kind of give you the information, work from creative, I want to say downloads, that's not the word I want, no, insights. When you get these insights come through you, use them, work with them, don't discard them as, it's absolute, yeah. So you use the inspirations that come through you. When you're not using the inspirations that come through you, it's because of the 3. The 3 is a message of in search of a oneness. So when the 3, what generally happens with the 3 is it's looking for something outside of itself to make it feel complete in search of a oneness. But there is nothing that makes you feel complete. You are complete. There's nothing that will come into your life that's going to make you feel more complete outside of you really connecting to self. So you are somebody that will receive information in whichever way that is for you, because I mean, there's lots of senses that we have that we receive information. And there's lots of ways we receive information from the universe. So however you receive your information, there will be a point, because there was a one at the beginning, there will be a point that you're not trusting self. So what happens is when you're not trusting self, you're not trusting the insights, you're not trusting the inspiration that comes through you, you're moving to the 6 and you're in the negative side of the 6. So instead of I am amazing, I am great, I'm creating, I'm co-creating, I'm doing a really good job, I'm making this work amazingly well, and I know that this is for the highest good of me, the highest good of everybody. I know that in being vulnerable, I'm at my strongest. I know that in being authentic to myself, I'm being true to myself, and this is my truth. Rather than, but what happens if what happens? What will people think of me? What will they say about me? Will people like me? Will they not like me? Will people understand what I'm doing? It's kind of the 3 is kind of like this idea that you really need people to understand you to be able to be you. But in you being you, people learn to understand, or they will understand. The ones that get you will get you, and they'll come into your life and it will feel amazing. So that 3 is a hindrance it's a resistance that you have. So, and then the 6, like I said, the way that you think about yourself, your future, is a resistance. And then the 9 is a resistance about how you're feeling. So if you're working towards your future in a lower vibration of the 3, the 6, and the 9, what you're attracting back is very similar to what you've already experienced, because the 9 relies on you letting go of things from the past, letting go of the hurt. The 9, I think of it as the vision of it for me. It's like you have a rucksack on your back that's full of emotion. And what tends to happen is when you're in an environment, this is the 1, when you're in an environment that is different to something you've known before, what you're wanting to do is use your rucksack to determine how this experience is going to end up for you. But it's a new experience. If you keep relying on the rucksack for how this is going to end up, then it's always going to end up with the emotions of this rucksack, through hurt, through trauma, through pain, through people letting you down, through people cheating, through people lying. It will always end up in that same place until you put that rucksack down and start working from the place of you're in a new place. You're a different person. You're making different decisions. You're creating a different life for yourself. And that will lead you to a future that is just magnificent, because the 6 is all about you being a creative genius. The 3 is about you being a creative genius. The 6 is about you planting seeds and them growing and you being able to receive the fruits of your labor. And the 9 is opportunity. So it's all taking you to this amazing place. But you have to open yourself up to be in this new place. You're in a new place. Oh, it's a question to me. Yeah, I'm in a new place. You write nicely. I can hear you. I don't even know what you sound like, but I can hear you with your writing. That's funny. You are in a new place because you've got the 1. There's something that's happening with your ego. The 1 for me is all about ego. There's something happening with your ego at the moment that is challenging towards you. It might be, there might be something in your physical world as well, but it's challenging towards you. What you're feeling is like, what you're working on is overcoming this experience that you're in at the moment using this rucksack. But this rucksack is only old knowledge. It will never bring you to somewhere new. But that's what you've always worked from, this rucksack. But as long as you work from it, it can't bring you somewhere new. You're in a cycle rather than a spiral. I see everything as a spiral. We're always working in a spiral. We're always growing. But there's sometimes that we get stuck in the cycle. And if we're stuck in the cycle, we never work on changing our energy from that cycle, we will always be in the cycle. Will I taste luxury, or will I be able to complete my responsibility? I don't see anything that you're not able to do, because the 3, the 6 and the 9, they're just about, they're pure abundance, really. They're like I said, genius energy. They are, you have all the planting seeds, opportunities come on and out of the rain. It's like, allow the sun to shine on you rather than standing in the rain all the time. Start spreading some sun, you know. I've just seen this, and it's like, ooh, I like this. Wow. All right, so the seed in the ground needs the light, and when it's raining, we're not seeing the sun. But the seed needs the sun. Yes, it needs rain as well, but it needs the sun. That's what helps it to grow, the sun energy. So it needs that sun to grow towards the light. And that's what you need to focus more on. It's not about, will I get to here or will I get to here? Work on your energy and you'll get to anywhere you want to be. There will be nothing stopping you. But you have to work on your energy, not the working towards the luxury or working towards completing responsibility. It's working towards being true to yourself and trusting in what you're doing, trusting in the energy you're putting into what you're doing, shining a light onto that seed, the seeds that you're growing, and allow them to grow. Do you get me? Fly high. We're always thinking of the physical world because we're in the physical world, and through ego, that's our focus, physical world. But physical world doesn't produce what we're wanting it to when we're stuck in it, when we're locked into the ideas of physical world, because it means that we become resistant. And that's what the readings are all about, the resistance. Will you be able to tell about me? What can you do now so that you can tell easily, link with me spiritually? I don't need anything. You get my point. Okay. Great stuff. So shine your light. Shine your light. Keep shining your light. And when your mind goes to negatives, when it goes to this 6 of yeah, but, or I can't do that, or it's not working, or how am I going to do that? I don't have enough money for that. That's never going to happen. Let go of them thoughts. The universe will bring everything that you need to you when you allow it to, when you shine that light. All right, so, hey Andy, hey Rose, hey Lacey, how are you guys doing? Hey Carol, thank you very much. Of course I can, Andy. Of course I can. All right, Andy, let me drink a little bit of water just to cleanse the energy. Andy. 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 Yeah. May this reading be for the highest good of Andy. May you receive the information you need, and may you be open to receiving it. Andy, I've got such a strong feeling for you. It's like you're welcome, Fly High. I get this feeling for you, Andy, that you're extremely distracted. I feel like you're somebody that has a lot of intuition. This is really pounding at this moment. It's like boom, boom, but it's got my attention a lot. And I feel like you distract yourself. I feel like you're an extremely intuitive person, but it's like the way that it is hammering on my head, it's like it's not being listened to. And that's why it's kind of really pounding. I feel like it's not being listened to. There's a lot of distractions that you are filling your life up with that are stopping you from actually really connecting to your intuition. And your intuition feels extremely powerful. Extremely powerful. Let's see what cards come out for you. Look, lots of ones. 1, 1, 1. Wow. And we've got every suit as well. Isn't that amazing? Cool. Andy. Andy, when the ace comes out, I always see it as a rebirth. You have 3 ones. You have the 6 and the 4, which is a 10. You have the Queen, which for me is a 1. And the Ace is a 1. This is like a lot to do with your ego. When I say ego, I think ego is like a funny word. I think when people hear ego, it's like it brings resistance to just hearing the word. But we are ego. We're human beings, and by saying your name, by I'm from here, I am this age, by saying it's all ego. I work as my job, I. It's all ego. All of that kind of talk is ego. So through ego, we have a lot of beliefs. We have a lot of self-beliefs. And these are all to do with the ego. Ego for me works from subconscious. It doesn't work from a conscious place. It works from a subconscious place because it works from memory. So this is showing me that you're having a rebirth, but it's really moving you around a lot. There's a lot of work here that you're gonna. This is a really difficult experience that you're experiencing, because this rebirth will be kind of showing you versions of yourself that you're no longer comfortable with. But it's like, yeah, but that's who I am. So why doesn't this feel right to me anymore? Let's say, for example, but it's just a random example, okay? Let's say, for example, you're used to a Friday night, you go out to the pub and you sit down with your mates and you have a drink. But you went to the pub last Friday and you had a drink with your mates, but it was kind of funny. It felt odd to you. It didn't feel normal. And then this Friday you went out. The Friday just passed. You went out with your mates, and this time it was like even worse than the last time. It's like I don't even get what they're talking about anymore. I don't really get them. It's like the people that you have hung around with will start feeling like people that you don't necessarily connect with anymore because you are changing. And that will be uncomfortable because for you, it's like, yeah, but I mean, these are my people. They're my people. If I don't have these people, then who do I have? Because they're my people. But this is about you letting go of things that no longer serve you, things that no longer feel comfortable to you, and walk towards what you don't know. This is definitely about walking towards something that you haven't known before. Because the 6 and 4, the 10, that's coming out from the 6 and 4 is about a big desire you have that you are wanting to walk towards, but you have been too fearful of walking towards it. It's like you've been too scared of failure. You've been too scared of letting people down, too scared of what will people think. It's all to do with like other people's ideas of you rather than you working from your own place of who you are and what you want from your life. And that's because you've been a people pleaser. With the Queen is a people pleaser. The message for her is you have all you need. So this is like, as you walk towards your future, you have everything you need as you're walking towards it. But yes, there will be things that you have to let go of. One of the things that the Queen is not very good at, there's a couple of things that the Queen is not very good at. And that is that she doesn't know how to say no. And the other thing is that she it's not the Queen. I don't know why I was going there. That's interesting. It's not the Queen. The Queen, she doesn't she doesn't know how to say no. So, and the reason that she doesn't know how to say no is because she spends so much time caring about everybody else. Her whole kind of existence is about caring for everybody else. Let me do this for this person, or this person wants something from you and you're a bit busy, but you're like, yeah, no problem. And then you're a bit irritated because you don't have the time to do it and you don't have the energy to do it, but you've told them yes, so you're going to do it. And then it's like a way, it's like a responsibility that you're putting on yourself to fix everybody, to make everybody happy, but yourself. So this is really about you going through this new rebirth to stop putting everybody else above self and start putting yourself in front of everybody else, because you became the carer. Well, not you became the carer, but one of the reasons you became the carer was because of the environment you grew up in. You needed more attention than you got. So what happens is when you're not getting enough attention, you find ways of getting attention, and you became the carer. You became the person that was useful to other people around you. And when you're useful to other people, they want you around. But the thing is that you feel that you're only useful when other people want you. Not just that you're useful just because you're you, which you are useful just because you're the Queen, you shine light. But when you're looking at yourself through the eyes of others and whether they think that you're useful or whether they believe that you're good enough, or it's like if they don't validate you, you don't feel good enough. That's the thing with the Queen as well. She needs validation. So this is like you going through a rebirth to help you with walking towards the desires that you have, and them desires that you have will create financial ability as well. Financial stability, sorry. You've got the diamonds here, which is financial. You've got all of them. So you will, through the decisions that you make through this rebirth, as long as you're putting yourself, your own needs first. Not just that it's you that will gain from you putting yourself first, because when you put yourself first, everybody will gain from it. But it's putting you first in how you feel about it, what energy that you're going to get from this experience, and trust in the decisions that you make. So once you make decisions, there will be finances that start coming to you once you start making decisions for yourself. The 6 is about, okay, so you've made these decisions. The 6 is around personal growth. 6 for me, I always think of a pole. There's a negative end, there's a positive end. Everything you want, you have on both ends, because there's a negative and positive of absolutely everything. So whatever you're focused on in negative, expect to receive back in negative. Whatever you're focused in positive, expect to receive back in positive. So if you can focus, if you have something that you're seeing from a negative point of view, work on bringing yourself to gratitude, the middle. Gratitude is between 4 and 6 as well. So that you're able to, so this is a really big lesson for you, the 6 then. Because if you're working from this all the time, the negatives, it means you're not shining any light on your seeds. So they're not growing. You need to shine light. The easiest way to do that is moving from the 4 to the 6. When we make a decision, sometimes we can be very uncomfortable with a decision when we're working from a newer place, because we don't know where this decision is taking us. When you work from this, the ideas of the past, then You're working from everything that you've known, but this is a place that you don't know. So it's not going to be as comfortable for you. So when you're making a decision, trust in the decision you've made. You'll get to the 5 because everything that I see is in spiral. So you have to move through all the numbers. So from the 4, making a decision, you go to the 5. Okay, I'm really happy I made that decision. I know it's going to bring the best for me. I know it's going to work out amazingly. I know that it's going to be abundant, or it is abundant. Not it's going to be, it is abundance. It is fruitful, not just for me, but for everybody. It will bring what I need, what we need. It will... it's just so amazing, and I just love it so much. And whatever it is that you're building, so it's like if you're on a holiday, you're manifesting the holiday. Oh, I really love holidays. I love the sun. Oh, I love the cold. Whatever it is, I really love this. I really love this. It's putting the energy of this thing that you love in the energy of love, because love is the energy of the high vibration. But if you can work from between the 4 and the 6 is the 5. Gratitude. Keep coming back to gratitude. When you've done the 4, you've taken an action, bring yourself to a place of gratitude of why you've done this, why it's helping you to do this, where it's taking you to. And then you've got the 6, which is shining the light on that thing and nurturing it. That brings you to the Queen, which is, like I said, you have all you need. It's their light. It's being able to care. This could be that you start... The Queen for me is somebody like a doctor, a nurse, somebody that works with vulnerable people, somebody that's a teacher, somebody that is that type of job. A job where you will feel like you are getting the maximum out of yourself and that you're giving the maximum of yourself to the people around you. And you really feel like they're benefiting from what you give them because of what you're doing. So the Queen is, when you're at the Queen, it's like allow yourself to be that version of yourself, to be that higher version of self, that you are caring for people from an energy of love, because we can care for people from an energy of lack as well. For instance, you have somebody you care about, but everything that you are feeling is about the lack of what that person's doing, rather than how you are helping that person, how that person is improving because of what you're doing, or just the fact that you're offering them love helps them to feel better. But it's like dismissing yourself. It's always dismissing yourself, the Queen. What am I talking about? I'm doing a reading for somebody. At the moment, I'm talking about the Queen. So it's like bringing yourself to the care with love. Got it. And then we have the Ace, like I said, which is all about you having this rebirth and the experiences that you're experiencing because of this rebirth. So you will be experiencing a lot of uncomfortability for yourself. The kind of biggest message for you is going to be get comfortable in the uncomfortable, not dismissing. The dismissing is kind of like, it's... If you're not focused on self, it means you're putting a lot of energy into the other people around you. I'll give you an example. You can go into the kitchen one day and you see your sink full of dishes. And when you're in a higher vibrational Queen, it means nothing to you because you're caring through love. So you'll look at the sink full of dishes and you will go to a place like the 6 of, I really love having a family. I really love having people to look after. I really love when I get to help people and do things in the day that help them and make their day easier. And it's just such a beautiful thing to help people. A shining light. But let's say the Queen goes to the kitchen and she sees the sink full, but she's in low energy, she will be like, am I the only one that can do any work around here? What is this? You're all just using me. You're taking advantage of me. You're taking the piss out of me. That's what you're bloody doing. And I don't appreciate it. And it would be all about how people are using her rather than what she is getting from the experience of what she's offering, which is her caring, because that's who she is. A really good way out of a low vibrational queen is listen to music. The queen loves music, and listening to music helps her to raise vibration very quickly. So listen to music, sing, dance. It helps you come out of lower vibrational energy very quickly. The queen as well is somebody that when she does get into lower vibration, it's usually because she feels insecure. So there's something that's happened around you that you're feeling insecure about. This could be from anything, because when you have this kind of insecurities, it could literally be through anything. Let's say you were at work and you did something that you thought is amazing, but your boss didn't say well done. That for you could take you to the lower vibrational queen, because it's somebody that's not appreciating you, somebody that's not acknowledging what you're doing. And one of the biggest things for the queen is start acknowledging yourself, validate yourself. That's one of the things that your rebirth is about, validating self, not getting into this fearful of the 10 of, but should I, would I, could I, and but what if, but what if, but what if. And the queen of people taking advantage, and working from this place of, I am amazing. I can walk towards anything I want, and I will achieve whatever I want because I have the ability to do that. I have all I need. I'm shining the light. I'm nurturing myself. I'm loving myself. I'm giving myself what I need. And that in turn is shining light onto everything around me. And that feels like a really beautiful thing. And keep working from that place. Make sense, Andy? Music is great. Music makes you concentrate. Yeah, music for the queen needs music. It is a need of hers. But when you start noticing that you're insecure, when you start feeling irritated, frustrated, like people are taking advantage of you, work on the queen. Start listening to music. Start giving yourself the validation you need, because there's something within you that is telling yourself you're not good enough at whatever it is, or that it's something to do with you're not good enough. That was a great experience. You are making sense so much. I'm so happy that it makes sense to you, Andy, and that you understood what was being offered. I do. I don't like long. I like being understood. I like being understood. So I speak in my way, like where I'm from, without all these technical words and all of the fluff. To make it understandable, because life is really simple and it is really understandable, and we're really simple beings. We're not that complicated. We're either in fear or in love. So it's just understanding that about yourself and connecting yourself to where you are at any given time, and moving yourself from whether you're in fear, moving yourself to love, or if you're, well, we don't want to move from love to fear, but it happens, but we definitely want to move from fear to love. So just keep working on that, and it is practice. This is not just for you, Andy, this is for anybody. It's something that I'm practicing daily, because it takes work. There's lots of times that we've spent so many times focused on the mindset that we've had, the beliefs that we've had for so long. We have programmed them into our system like it's like part of us. But it isn't. It's simply a program you've given yourself that you now believe about yourself, but it's not truth. And unless we're willing to actually look at ourselves, you won't really see the truth. All you'll see is the programming. I want you to see the truth. I'm here to help. with the truth, because when you see truth, you see yourself. Thank you very much, Andy. That is the goal. That is the mission. That is my passion. That's what I've been given as well. These cards actually come from universe, the messages that came from universe. They do connect to my own life, but I was given them through the universe. I heard what I was meant to say for the messages. So it was receiving the messages and being open to receive the messages. Hey, Ines. May the spirits give you joy always. Thank you very much. And you too. And all of you that I hear. Hey, Asia. You're glad that you're here. I'm glad that you're here too. I hope this made sense, guys. And I will be back on... Always. And you've actually made the universe bless you with great health. And you know something I do on a constantly, something I always do constantly is I'm always speaking to my body. It's the same with the number 6, this shining light and nurturing. I'm always shining light on my body, nurturing it. If something happens to the body, then I'm speaking to it in the most loving way and helping it to understand that this is just a moment. Your question, Ines, I am actually finished now, so I'm not coming to the question. It's one of them ones that I'll speak about this question. Let me write it down. Actually, I'll speak about this question when I start Wednesday's one. So if you check out Wednesday's live, I will answer this question on Wednesday's live. It's not going to be an answer that you are necessarily wanting to hear, Ines, but it is the answer that I am able to give you, because this is distracting yourself. When will my ex come back? You're distracting yourself with something that you have no control over, and that's not helpful to you. So I will answer this question, because I'm sure a lot of people have asked this question or asked this question to themselves. So tomorrow will be... Thank you, everybody, for being here. Thank you for spending your morning, afternoon, evening, night, whatever it is for you, with me. Really nice, beautiful energies. I will be posting a pick a card reading tomorrow, and then on Wednesday I'll be back for a live pick a card Thursday and lives on Friday. So Monday, Wednesday, Friday live readings like what I'm doing now, and Tuesdays and Thursdays are pick a card readings. So if you feel guided, go to any of them, and I look forward to seeing you soon. Have a wonderful day, guys. Take care of yourselves. Love and light. Bye.